New questions about whether the family of a Border Patrol agent can accomplish what Congress has not been able to so far, and that's getting the Obama administration and the Justice Department to release thousands of more documents in the investigation into the Fast and Furious operation. Brian Terry's family taking center stage during a White House briefing with reporters this week. Take a listen.
The family of Brian Terry, the slain Border Patrol agent at whose murder scene at least 2 of these guns were found, they disagree with your characterization about these investigations. They say that the Attorney General's refusal to fully disclose the documents associated with Fast and Furious and President Obama's assertion of executive privilege serves to compound this tragedy. It denies the Terry family and the American people the truth. That's a statement from the Terry family law.
Look, we absolutely agree with the need to find out the truth about why Fast and Furious happened, why the tactic that, again, was employed in the previous administration in different operations and was stopped by this Attorney General, why it came about. And that's why the Attorney General referred it to Inspector General. That is why we have provided Congress every document that pertains to the operation itself that is at issue here when you talk about the family that you referred to, and the Terry family.
Robert Heyer is Brian Terry's cousin. He's also the chairman of the Brian Terry Foundation. And this is my first chance to offer my personal condolences for the loss of your cousin. I'm so sorry, sir.
Thank you, Rick.
When you heard that exchange, first, I just have to get your take on the very end. Did it sound to you like Jay Carney had forgotten Brian Terry's family name to you?
Well, look, everybody has problems remembering details, but, you know, that's part of our frustration. It's been 18 months since Brian was murdered in the desert outside of Rio Rico, Arizona. It's been 12 months since we testified before Congress on the matter of Fast and Furious. And with each day that goes by, there is a palatable frustration that his family, his parents, his sisters, and his brother are feeling because we still don't know why these questionable and flawed tactics of Operation Fast and Furious were allowed to take place, who authorized these tactics that resulted in putting military-grade assault weapons into the hands of the most dangerous criminals in North America. And we still don't have any accountability, and no one has taken responsibility for it. So I would imagine that their parents, the parents of Brian, are very, very frustrated at this point.
When the White House says that this gun walking program was something that was put in place by field agents on the ground in Arizona, not by sort of some kind of directive from Washington, D.C. Do you believe that? Does the family believe that?
Well, there are a lot of very smart people in Washington taking a look at this operation and trying to get to the bottom of it. And we'll put that in their hands. You know, as the family, our mission and why we established the Brian Terry Foundation is to honor the memory of Brian and to create a living legacy in his honor. And that's why we rolled it out this week. We've created the webpage, honorbrianterry.com, and we're looking to do good things in Brian's name.
Well, I would urge people to go and look at the website, as I had a chance to earlier today. But I have to ask some specific questions because Brian's parents told our colleague Sean Hannity that they're convinced that the government is hiding something big. And so I'm just trying to get some specifics on why they feel that way. And what does the family think the administration and the Justice Department might be hiding?
Rick, this is a good American family. We were born and raised in the suburbs of Detroit. Our parents worked in the auto mills to put us through college. Brian was a cop. He was a U.S. Marine, and he died as a U.S. Border Patrol agent protecting this country and its citizens. He deserves better. He deserves answers. His family deserves answers, and that's what we're looking for.
When the Attorney General says that as soon as he learned about Fast and Furious, that he personally put a stop to it. That's what Eric Holder is on the record as having said. Does the family believe that?
Well, I believe the tactics that were so flawed and used in Operation Fast and Furious that allowed those weapons, almost 2,000 weapons, to flow to the hands of criminals, that tactic has stopped. But remember, to make sure that something like this never happens again, we have to have somebody take responsibility. We have to know who authorized it and who put this plan into place. That's what it's going to take to ensure that this never happens again.
Did Brian ever tell anyone in your family about his work? Did he talk about it? Did he talk about how dangerous it was?
Well, obviously, when he talks to his mom, he never told her about how dangerous it was. I myself never fully understood exactly how dangerous the border was becoming. And on the night or on the morning of December 15th, when I learned Brian had been killed, I thought that it was probably in a firefight right there on the border. We were all so surprised that it actually took place 18 miles inside of the U.S.-Mexico border, far inside the United States, and that's where they encountered a group of bandits, border bandits, heavily armed.
Well, your cousin was a hero, like so many others who protect our borders and protect our interests at home and abroad. And if there is more to be learned about what happened to your cousin that fateful night in December of 2010, I hope that your family gets to learn that truth. And once again, the website is honorbrianterry.com. Robert Heyer, chairman of the Brian Terry Foundation, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Please pass along our best to the Terry family, and we'll have more of America.